Hey darlings! If you've been seeing all the excitement about Epic Universe, you're in the right place. We'll be exploring 2 of the new lands today, and we begin by winding through the eerie village of Darkmoor in Dark Universe to see monsters and maybe even become one. This land is beautiful in day and night. There are so many details to see during the day, and the night will keep you coming back for more. Darkmoor has 2 main rides, and both are unforgettable. First is Monsters Unchained, set inside stunning Frankenstein Manor. This isn't your average house. It's home to Victoria Frankenstein and her terrifying prisoners, the most feared monsters of Darkmoor. Trust me, you need to see inside this ride for yourself. Then there's the Curse of the Werewolf, a massive outdoor coaster where you spin every direction, including backwards. And yes, I even did this twice. The line walks you through a beautiful poem about how to become a werewolf, giving you an idea of what's ahead. If you're like me and you fell in love with the monsters, you might just want to become one. I did the monster makeup experience where I joined the Mystic Coven, and it was worth every single penny. The transformation is so much fun, and what's even cooler is that characters interact with you in the park based on your monster identity. After hanging out with the Invisible Man, I wanted to check out some of the restaurants that they have around Dark Universe. The Burning Blade Tavern is iconic, and you can see it light up in fire every 15 minutes after dark. It's really beautiful, and honestly, it makes for a magical experience all night long. Inside the tavern has a very old world pub feel. You can tell this is somewhere that monster hunters hang out. The fixtures are very dark. It feels very broody. You can see the red on the ceiling that's iconic of that burning flame on top. And honestly, I think this is a very beautiful little bar. Then we head over to Doss Steakhouse, which is right behind this eternally foggy fountain. And if you're wondering what this little saying stands for, it actually says, "I will never forget you are the sole origin of our will." And I like to think that this is hearkening back to the fact that Universal Monsters is pretty much the origins of Universal back in the 1930s. Then we head inside of the Doss Steakhouse. This is definitely a vampire lair. You can tell from how cold the concrete feels. This is extremely on theme. There's familiars everywhere, which are vampire servants. There's a lot of art that has to do with vampires, different macabre type things. It's so on theme, and I honestly think this is one of the better themed restaurants I've ever been in. You can see all of the different little vampires everywhere. And I have heard some rumors that when the park officially opens, you could possibly be hunted by a vampire while you're eating here. After you're done being hunted by vampires, you'll probably want to check out some of the merch they have in this area. They definitely have a lot of Dracula represented, but you can also find things from the Mummy, you can find Creature from the Black Lagoon, tons of werewolf merch. There are a lot of different options, and honestly, this is some of the best merch I've ever seen at a theme park. Dark Universe is one of the most immersive and hauntingly beautiful lands I've ever stepped into. Between the fog, the storyline, and the little details everywhere, it feels like being inside a real-life gothic fairy tale. Now let's shake off the eerie and shadowy and step into the mysterious and magical. We're heading into the newest Harry Potter land, Ministry of Magic, where you'll find a very different kind of portal. One that drops you right into the Wizarding World's most iconic institutions, blending French and British wizard culture with lots of secrets to uncover. The wizarding streets of Paris feature some of the largest buildings in Universal with French art galore. The windows in Harry Potter are always so incredible, and you can see the circus show here in Paris is completely unique. Honestly, the architecture and details of this land were the most incredible. Yes, there is a ride here, but honestly, I think the draw of this land is the complete immersion that you feel. There isn't a full restaurant here, but there are tons of sweet shops, tons of calls back to French culture, the French flag, French language everywhere. The team members here speak French to you when you first walk in the door. And I think a lot of this has a different feel than any other part of Harry Potter we've seen from Universal so far. The merch in this land is definitely more elegant than the other Harry Potter merch that I've seen throughout Universal. It's very artistic, they're very light colors. There's a lot of harkening back to Fantastic Beast as well. And then there's also merch for the new circus show that they have, which I thought was quite wonderful. Before we leave, I want to show you my favorite architectural detail, which is this beautiful wand chandelier. And then I headed back to Celestial Park to go through all of the merch in the main gift shops in the front. I absolutely love this sweater. I actually purchased this for myself. I really like the 1930s, 40s, 50s monster movies. They're my favorites, so I love that they had so many options for that. This wins my Brittany's Best for merch for Epic Universe. I bought 3 of these. They are Biddy Monsters, a completely unique Universal Monsters brand. I love it. It's everything cute about Dark Universe monsters. Each monster has its own little pet. So you can see Frankenstein has his own little Frankenwolf. It's so adorable. I think these are just the best. I wish they had 8 million more of these. I want to show you the most interesting merch that I found. So I walked over to the Harry Potter section and they had this aura backpack type thing, and I am so glad they had it on the mannequin because it's a wand holder and I had no idea. I love that they have so many aura type things that you can buy. I thought that was a really cool touch. You can also decorate your entire house like the Ministry of Magic, which I think is really cool. Okay, this is a sentence I never thought I would say, but if you like Dolores Umbridge, which I hope you don't, but you never know, I guess, you can buy her wand and a lot of different cat pink items that are very iconic of Dolores and her office. So that was a very interesting collection. They also have a full Christmas store that is open year round, and I love these monster Christmas things. It's so cute. And I really hope you enjoyed walking around Epic Universe with me. I look forward to seeing you in part 2 where we'll visit Super Nintendo World and Isle of Berk.